Upstate golf guys, we're back again. Grip it, rip it, let it fly. We play to win, never lay up. That's the play. From tee to green, golfing every day. With RGB, scram. 518, Mikey and Anthony. Pin high dreams, feel the breeze. Fairways calling down the tees. Roll it smooth, Lombardi's tight. Drip on the green, yeah, we're rolling right. Addicted to gold, we're on the dance floor. Tee it up once, then we want more. Swing and shine, we're keeping score. Tee it up once, then we want more. Hey, then we want more. Hey.
And welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. Today, we're going to be joined by the creators of Line Lion, a putting training aid that's changing the way golfers understand their stroke. Line Lion is designed to do one simple thing: help you strike the ball square and start it on line. But before we dive into Line Lion, I want to give my sponsors a shout out like I always do. First off, we got Hudson Valley Indoor Golf, your home for year-round golf, no matter what the weather is doing outside. Whether you're working on your swing, dialing in distances, or getting a competitive round in with friends, Hudson Valley Indoor Golf delivers a top-tier simulator experience in a laid-back environment. And don't forget about their 400-square-foot putting green. It's perfect for off-season training, league play, or just keeping the game sharp when outdoor golf isn't an option. Hudson Valley Golf keeps your game swinging. And of course, you got Shoe Dog over at 88 Links Golf. 88 Links Golf specializes in high-quality golf shoes built for comfort, performance, and style. These shoes are designed for golfers who walk the course, demand stability through the swing, and still want a clean look in the clubhouse. Lightweight, supportive, and made to go 18 and beyond. 88 Links golf shoes keep you comfortable from the first tee to the last putt. If you're serious about your footing, make sure you're wearing 88 Links golf shoes today. Go check them out over at 88linksgolf.com and use code UPSTATE20 at checkout. But guys, I came across this really cool device a couple weeks ago, and one of my biggest things I struggle with is putting. So if I see any putting aids out there, I am one to jump on it. And I have the two gentlemen that are behind this awesome device. It is called the Line Lion. Matt and Mike, welcome to the show, guys.
Right on, Anthony. Thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate your time and inviting us on the show. And we're really excited that you're excited about our product.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, first off, I want to just get into your golf background before we get into the Line Lion, because I like to hear about everybody's golf background first. First, Matt, why don't you start? Tell me a little bit about when you started golf and fell in love with the game.
Yeah, I fell in love with golf when I was in the minor leagues playing baseball. And I'm a pitcher. We had a lot of downtime. All the guys I looked up to and the levels ahead of me, they were always golfing. And I figured I better figure this out if I want to hang around. Well, my golf career has lasted a lot longer than my baseball career, and so has my passion. So I've been playing for about 20 years, 25 years now. And really, like, this whole product started out of that competitive fire. So that I've always had. I was born with that, and took it through baseball and just fell in love with golf and struggled truly with like putts, like in 4 feet, 4 feet and under when there's money, there was something on the line, had to make it. And it was like these old demons of on the mound trying to throw a strike in a tight situation were starting to come back, right? So that's, that really got me thinking about there's got to be something to improve it. So That's my
No
love
doubt.
for golf and the passion.
How about you, Mike? How about you? When did you get into golf? I know you're a pro, right? You do some teaching.
Yeah, so I started playing young. I was probably 10 and played junior golf and then kind of worked in the club scene, caddied in Pennsylvania a long time ago, 25, 30 years ago. And then had an interesting, I coached collegiate golf for 17 years. I was at South Carolina for 7, then was the head coach at Wisconsin for 10 years. And COVID kind of made me realize what 120 days at home was versus traveling every year. So, yeah, we moved back to South Carolina, got out of coaching, probably at a good time with what all that's going on right now. And yeah, I own a golf consulting company around recruiting and projects like this with Matt, and really enjoying a different side of the game that I was involved with for almost 20 years.
Nice. Now you both reside in Charleston.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, great
Nice.
golfing town.
I was going to say, Matt was saying before, you basically get to golf almost all year long down there, right? I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I played this weekend, and yeah, it's going to be cold here tomorrow. It's supposed to be 50. I mean, it doesn't. People play 12 months a year here. So
Absolutely, a little hoodie weather, and get out there, and maybe a light jacket, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Love it, man. I mean, we have actually a course that is open all year long here. If there's no snow, if we have a dry January, people will go out in the low 40s, especially if there's no wind. I mean, I always say in those temperatures, it's all about the wind. It's all about if you could get if it's in the low 40s and there's no wind, it's fine.
Sun's got to be out.
Yeah.
Gotta be out.
Sure, absolutely. But so all right, let's get into the line. I mean, like I said, I came across this when I started following Andrew, and I saw him pushing. First, I want you to tell me a little bit about how you know Andrew before we get into the line.
Yeah, this is a good story about how we actually connected with Andrew. It was actually through Line.
Oh, okay.
We're involved in the First Tee. Mike, runs the Yak program.
Yeah. So we have a really cool group here in Charleston called Yak, which is the kind of the social fundraising wave the flag arm of First Tee Charleston. It's the largest group of its kind actually in the country, bigger than Dallas and New York, all these big metro areas. And Andrew came on board as a Yak member earlier this year, and he's been a great addition to our group of about 250 strong. And we ended up playing some golf with him, and that kind of led to.
Yeah. So Andrew, we did an event with First Tee, and one of the guys' father's a teaching pro down at the Muni here, and he works with Andrew, and he's given Andrew a putting lesson. And Andrew has a tendency to pull. He's got his miss is just a pull off the face. And Connor, the teaching pro son, is in our circle, and he knows about our product. And so he went. He had one. He got it from his bag. And while he was on the green with the teaching pro, he said, "Hey, Andrew, just like try this out, man. Like you might like this. It might show you your miss, and when you look at something like this, you might be a little skeptical, like, okay, is this a gimmick or not, right? But he rolled it, and he's like, oh, there's my miss. There's my pull. There's my pull. Oh, this is what it feels like to roll it straight. And it clicked for him. And he told Connor, like, hey, where did you get this? He's like, they're local guys. He's like, connect me with them. I love to meet them. I love to help endorse this product because it actually works. It feels good. So, I mean, we got connected through Andrew, just through him, throwing this product down in front of him and him clicking into it and understanding its purpose and it working really well for him.
That's awesome, man. And like I said before, when I ordered it and I got it in, it's you said it's just the slightest. It could be the slightest move of the wrist that it was for Andrew, and he figured it out. And when I did it, I felt it, man. Why don't you tell me? Like you said, it was missing 4-foot putts that really got you into figuring out the idea. But when was it when you actually said, I have to do this? You said you just got started in September, but when did you actually come out with a design?
Yeah, we've been working on the design 2 years prior,
Okay.
and I just had I struck the ball so well, and it was after like a weekend of golf, with the boys, and I'm in the parking lot, buying drinks or hey, Venmoing them or turning over the cash because that weekend I must have like three putted, 5 or 6 times each round, right? And that's just maddening, right? When you're striking it well, you're missing putts, and you're as competitive as I am, like that doesn't
Yeah.
sit well.
How did you actually like figure out this design though? I mean,
Yeah,
almost.
so I went
Go
back
ahead.
to the office, right? And I literally started rolling a highlighter to give me some face interaction.
Okay.
Okay. I put this highlighter on the ground, and I was like, something's going on with my face. Like I consistently push it. I'm left hand. I know I'm left hand dominant. And so we're like, what product is out there that can really like give me like this instant feedback that can kind of exaggerate it, that really reads the face of the putter, like first and foremost. And I was like, there's really nothing out there. I was like online, like putting aids, and there was nothing that I was like, that's it, that would help me. And so we went from the highlighter, and then we 3D printed like an exaggerated, elongated golf ball like this. It's got like the dimples. We're like, okay, how are we gonna stretch that? And so we hired an engineer, and we're like, hey, this is like kind of like we want like a vision of a gate with a golf ball in the middle. And so we went through like, dozens and dozens of like iterations, and then dozens and dozens of like, how is it going to feel like, because it's got to feel good when you roll it. So the material, the feel, the gait, that was like all part of it. I mean, until we finally like landed on like this design with our second engineer who actually played golf, and so when you pour that kind of time and money, it's kind of crazy, right? Like to say,
Sure.
just to solve like my putting problem, but it's like, I know I'm not alone in that, right? I mean, guys struggle all the time with those 4-footers just on simple face interaction,
What's funny is I would rather be like 8 to 10 feet away than 4.5, 5 feet. I don't know why. And I feel like I'm always pushing it. I got my line. I know where the ball is going to roll, but I always push it. And hopefully this baby fixes it.
Yeah. And that's like, so that's how Mike got involved. Cause like Mike, like I'm not like a golf coach, I'm just a guy who's really competitive. Like, what do you think about this? Give us some feedback. How does this feel? Is this interacting enough?
Yeah, and I think like your point is a good one in that, I think as golfers, people get really frustrated because they miss a lot of 8 to 10 footers when statistically speaking, like nobody makes 8 to 10 footers. I mean, a tour player only makes 50% from 8 feet. So it's actually not really about making 8 to 10 footers to keep your rounds going, regardless of kind of your handicap. Amateurs need to be good from like 3 to 5 feet. You need to be fairly proficient from that. And what does that boil down to? That boils down to essentially starting the ball on your line or where you're looking. And, that's really the distance that if you do that well, that's what's important. Nothing really beyond that.
Sure.
Because make percentages are so low.
Yeah.
Sure. Now you mentioned the gate. It almost reminds me. I mean, you see the old putting drill that all the pros do with the with the tees and the gates, right? So I mean, that's to keep that flat stick.
Yeah, and there's a lot of drills like that. I think, Tiger kind of made the gate drill famous with 2 tees, and it's super efficient. I think there's lots of putting mats. But what's cool about this, and I'm always hesitant with my background of teaching aids, is the feedback is just so instantaneous, and you really can't manipulate that, as you've seen. Whereas, depending on how you have other putting mats or gates set up, you can still manipulate it and kind of get the ball going forward. And that feedback, which is usually negative, is not as immediate. With this, within the first roll or two of the ball, it starts going sideways if you don't hit it.
Oh, absolutely.
And you don't get that from a lot of other putting aids, which is what drew me to it.
Yeah. I noticed that right off the bat. And then I would, like I said, I normally always push it, so that was my miss. And then I would like try to pull it just to see what happens. And man, I mean, it spins the other way. If you push or pull, it's going to show you, and there's no question about it, man. I mean, you had some great reviews. If you go over on your page, man, I mean, you see a lot of the guys. You know, I was reading some of them earlier. I would highly suggest the listeners go check out over at your page, line-lion.com. And I mean, they all have, you know, the same review. Setups take second, results last for rounds. You know, it's like having a putting coach in your bag. Every stroke now starts online. No more guesswork. This guy wrote after.
And I think that's the cool part of the tool is it's ironically just yesterday. I was with a kid that I know that plays at the Division I level. He's in the top 500 in the country in the amateur rankings, and you know he's using it and liking it. And we have some guys that are playing out on the tour that are testing it, and we'll see where that goes. So, you know, we have 15 handicappers that are our buddies that are using it. It's not a complicated process, and again, it's like you just need to hit this thing 3 or 4 feet, and it's going to tell you immediately. So it's pretty cool how, you know, it spans across all different types of players.
And putting is part of the game. I mean, that's everybody knows it's so important, and not everybody wants to go and practice. But I always say this to everybody: is putting is free. I mean, you go to the range, you're going to spend money. You have to golf, you're going to spend money. But I mean, my local course has a beautiful short game facility that anybody could drive over to, park their car, and go to their 2 big practice greens they have, and take their line out, and you know, work on that straight line. I mean, this year I'm really truthfully going to put the work in on that short game, because I'm a 14, 15 handicap on my tour. That's playing everything to the hole, playing by all the rules. And I really want to get in those single digit handicaps. And I last year, I mean, I had a lot of 82, 83s that I probably left 4 or 5 4-footers, just, you know, little drive-bys, because I was like, what did I push that? I'm like, I had the line. I missed that right off the bat. Like I pushed that, you know, and it's definitely so important to work on that. And yeah, I can't wait to bring this outside. I can't right now because it's too cold. I've been working on my mat in here with it, but can't wait to get out there on the actual outside greens and really work on it.
There's a lot of hope there, because when I started this, I was fluctuating between a 9 and 10 handicap, and this has gotten me down to a 6 in 2 years.
Let's
just
go.
Working and just getting, you know, just rolling these putts. It's just it was a game changer for me. Now, like, you know, like I get up and down more times than not, just because even if I don't hit the best chip or, you know, pitch to get up there, like I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it really well, you know. So that's been the biggest game changer for me.
Yeah. I mean, do you have a little indoor mat you could use too, you know, in your house?
I do, but to be honest, I use it on our carpet office the most.
Okay.
You know, and it's just, you know, I'll just pick a target, you know, 4 or 5 feet away from that. It doesn't matter what it is, and I'll just roll it in a line. Just let me just roll it straight into that. You know, 5 minutes a day, man. That's all I need. It's like, okay, give me 5 minutes and just get up between calls. You know, like what? Why not? You know?
Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea. I'd like to do that. You know, I mean, I have a little spot at work. I think I could find the time to practice a few rolls. I don't know. My old man, my dad is my boss though, so I don't know. He might not like that. He would rather me, you know, go clean something, go do something else. You golf enough, he'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not on my watch, he'd say. But yeah, man. This is awesome. I'm really looking forward to showing this to the guys on my AM tour. I think a lot of them will be interested.
Absolutely. You know, when we did a first tee event and we set up our tent and had some products on the greens for people to roll, and this particular guy, he was rolling it straight, like right out of the gate, and I was like, man, that guy can roll it. And he would scoot back a little further, and he would just roll it, and then he missed one, and he picked it up, and he came over to me. He's like, hey, this is like really clever. Like, can I have one? And I'm like, yeah, they're like $40, like right, they're for sale right next door. He's like, oh yeah, of course. Like, I'll totally buy one. And He did. He came around and he bought one, and then some other guy said, "Hey, like, do you know who that is?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "That's Danny Saul. That's Corey Connor's caddy." And I was like, "Oh, had I known that, I would have given him a dozen. You know, like here, like go play with them." And he liked it so much he reached out to me on Instagram. It's like, you know, I didn't approach him. He's like, you guys really have a really good tool here. Like, this is great. If you want me to endorse this with you guys, I'd be happy to. And he has. He's ran with it with us. He's on our Instagram. He's given us a lot of love. You know, just
he's a terrific partner. And
yeah.
He's a good player. Played at Kent State, so it's Danny's been great to work with.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, once guys click into it and they get it, and they're like, wow, this is an actual tool that's going to help my golf game, and then it's like it makes a lot of sense.
What's the future look like for Line? Are you guys going? I mean, you keep it. I mean, same style. You're gonna do some different color waves, throw some different styles out there. You know?
Yeah, no, we would love to. Once we get some more traction out there and get the brand going, we want to make a collegiate run with some collegiate colors instead of the green.
There you go.
That'll hit nice. I have 3 daughters. So they're like, "Dad, when are you gonna make some pink ones for us?" They want the pink ones. So that's coming. We're looking at like a different version for the center of the ball as well. Something that would just play more in. So this is the golf ball cover, right? And it feels good when you center it. We've got some feedback for some other guys like, "Hey, like I would like to get like the Callaway feel or the Titleist feel of the ball that they're playing." So that would be really helpful if we could actually get into the golf ball game with a player, you know, committed to their ball, and so they have that consistent feel of rolling it. So we're working on a few of those things.
Mike, what's your handicap? Matt told me his. What's yours?
Oh, I'm fighting in the 4s right now.
Okay.
Love to play, getting to play more than when I coached, but you know, it's the not practicing enough. So, but enjoying it, loving it more than I ever have. So it's been great.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, nothing like the game. I mean, I think everybody has the bug. You know, anybody that plays it just knows. It's absolutely incredible. Do you so Mike, do you find yourself at a 4 using the Line even at a 4?
Yeah, I like using it just right before I go out and play, you know, for 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think what's cool about Line is you get this direct feel for, okay, this is what it feels when it's good, and this is what it feels when it's bad. I think a lot of teaching aids sometimes that people use or teachers are using with players is, you know, they're being told what they should feel or shouldn't feel, or the ball may go straight or go crooked, and they're told they're doing something right or wrong, but they don't really understand why. What's cool about Line is it's not hard to figure out what's going on, and it's so immediate. So I like it just before I go play 3, 4, 5 times in a row from like 3 feet, just to feel,
just get the feeling.
Yeah, just that good contact position, and you know, builds confidence.
Yeah, we think that there's really something to like a 5-stroke fix with this, right? Because you get a lot of feedback. You get it even sounds a lot better when you square it up, right? So you're getting the sound, you get the visual, you get the feel in your hands. So there's a lot of instant feedback that most people we throw this down in front of, within 5 strokes, they're auto correcting those habits, and they're like, "Oh, that's what it should feel like."
Well, that was like I said earlier. Mine is just a slight wrist hinge, right? Just a slight move a little bit, and now I'm kind of almost forcing myself to do that in my setup, just as I approach the ball on the mat. And if I could just remember to do that, and like Mike said, you know, maybe just doing it 3 or 4 times before you go out there to the first tee, just to really drill it in your head too, is a good idea.
Yeah, like absolutely. Because you can't lie to this thing, right? You can't fool it. It's gonna pick up, and by design it over exaggerates your miss. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And so
what did I said? one of the guys said what you just said. I can't find. I was reading it in these reviews, and you just said it something about the line doesn't lie. Like it's like it was in one of the reviews that the guy wrote, and it was. I can't find it now. Of course I can't, but yeah, I mean it tells you. It tells you. I mean whether you feel like you are hitting it, stroking it perfect, it's going to tell you. It doesn't lie. That's for sure.
No, it doesn't. And I think one of the best compliments that we got was we have an associate that we work with who is, he's a golf nut. He belongs to a huge club down here, and he's got such an expensive lab, putting setup system at home. He spent like $5,000. He's like, like Matt, like I'm a little embarrassed that you gave me this, and I'm getting the same kind of feedback for something that's $40 that I spent $5,000 on to tell me my role, to tell me this, to tell me that. And I was like, yeah, and this fits in your bag too. Like,
yeah, super lightweight.
Super light.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all it takes, man. It's something so simple. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Why, man? No. You got this thing for what, $39? Yeah, $39.99.
$39.99.
The bargain for. Everybody knows the game of golf is expensive, and if you could pick up something for $40, that's going to help your putting game. I mean, that's a steal,
Yeah, right. Sure. And it's a simple package too. Just comes like a sleeve, like a normal golf ball sleeve. I mean, I have a couple of these in my bag. Just take it out. Like I said, when I'm warming up or have one in the office, it's just it doesn't take much.
No, it's super simple.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's a great idea, guys. Now you had your other partner here setting up, helping you set up, but he got out here. Why didn't you give him a shout out? I know he's not here anymore, but
Eric is he is like the drive like behind this. I'm like, hey, here's the problem. He's like, we're fixing it. Like, I don't know if you want to go in all the way. He's like, I'm in, like all the way.
Yeah.
It might cost us. He's like, hey, like I believe in it. Like I've seen it. He's not. He's only picked up golf in the last couple of years since this journey. Like so, getting off the tee is an issue. But I tell you what, for somebody who's only been playing for 2 years, that man can putt.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Probably thanks to this baby.
That's right.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. So, Mike, how many students do you have now? I mean, or do you have a wide range of students that you teach?
So I don't do like true teaching as far as instruction. We have a pretty good stable of kids that we help with kind of a mix of like the recruiting process. I have 2 guys that work for our company that handle kind of the mental side and course management, stuff like that. We have a colleague here in South Carolina, then a colleague in Georgia or in Chicago. So we involved in a couple of different parts of it, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to get involved with projects like this and do stuff that you really enjoy with people that are fun to be around. Versus having really good Marriott status I did for 20 years, but I'm not sure what that did for me. So.
Right. It didn't make you that much of a better golfer.
No, it didn't do that at all.
No doubt. But all right, guys, I love throwing out some spitfire questions to my guests, obviously golf related. So I have 2 of you. I'll go back and forth with you if you don't mind, and then we'll close this thing out. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. All right, we'll start with Matt. Are you in the midsummer, hot summer months, are you an early morning golfer or an early evening golfer? Still time to get 18 in.
Yeah, so summer months, I'm trying my best to get out as early as I can so I can get in like on that Saturday morning or Friday. Like I want to play 27 or 36. Like I'm in. Like just put me out there, get me out, of course, as early as I can. I'm a happy man.
All right, Mike. If you could choose to either play on Augusta or be on the 18th green on a Sunday watching them come in, which one would you choose?
So I've actually done the first part. So
Oh man.
I'm gonna choose the
Wow.
second part.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You
Yeah,
might
it's
be
really-
the first guest I've had that's played this. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
Sure. Yeah. Really fortunate that when I was at South Carolina, Mr. Hootie Johnson, who was the chairman of the club at the time, he played football at South Carolina, and as many know, a very successful Bank of America executive who lived in Columbia. So he was kind enough to take the team several times, and was fortunate to be in a group one year. Second year, I drove and dropped some kids off and had to turn around and leave. But had a year there where I got to take that walk, and
Amazing.
yeah, it's crazy. It's one of those places, like we all have, that if I don't ever get to do that again, I'm good. It's just doing it once was really neat.
Amazing, dude. I've put in the lottery like the last 20 years just trying to go, and no good. Every year the same answer. It's like one of these years. And I tell my wife, I said, if I get the invite, I'm going. I'm packing the bags. I'm there.
Yeah.
So. But
it's
amazing.
a special
How
place.
amazing. Is it as like hilly as they say it is? I mean, you obviously can't see it on TV, but
yeah, it's a brutal walk. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely brutal. I mean, I've been to the tournament a couple of times, but to play it, you have to walk. And we played in February, so it was kind of wet, and but yeah, it's a exhausting walk.
Wow. That's incredible how you played it, man. I'm super jealous. I just know. I mean, I follow this guy. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Brandon. He's New 9 Golf on Instagram.
Okay.
But he had a funny series of what it's like trying to get on Augusta National.
Yeah.
And he started the first day. It was actually really funny. It was just like a prank call. He just called him, and he was like, "Hey," he goes, I'm just wondering how hard it would be to get on they're like, this Augusta National, right? You can't just get on. He was like, well, it was really a funny series. And he actually ended up linking up with the Canadian golfer that won the Masters. Weir.
Mike Weir.
Mike
Yeah,
Weir.
Mike Weir.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he ended up giving him tickets for the Wednesday practice round, and he got pictures with him and stuff. He was like, that was the closest he got to the whole series. I'm like, that's pretty cool. You got that, man.
Yeah. It was a special walk. And ironically, a kid that I played high school golf against for 4 years is still the head pro today. And he was working in the shop that day when I was there. So,
wow. Awesome.
Yeah, just a wild experience.
Can I ask you,
what am I doing here?
Can I ask you what you shot?
I think I shot 81.
Okay.
Now
Nice.
that was in 2005. So tremendously shorter than it is now. And regardless of where the tournament tees are, you can't play those. So
No.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
And do they, I mean, I'm sure, are the greens as fast as they are on tournament weekend too? I mean, I'm sure they're super fast, but
yeah, they were good. The place was immaculate, but it's February, so it was a little soft, and just again, one of those how did I get here days. So
yeah, amazing, man. That's great. I'm glad you could share that story, Mike. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you think I know a guy who worked with
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No,
he's got stories.
Well, they say, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they say even like pros can't just get on. Even if, I mean, you got to know still a member and get invited by a member of some sort, correct?
Yeah, the joke is the best way to not go is to ask to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. No, exactly. That's why that guy kind of like, it was a total joke that series that he was even doing. He's like, I know what I'm doing is like forbidden to even be like doing this. Yeah, so funny. But all right, let's go back. Let's jump back to Matt. Matt, let's pick your perfect foursome. You could pick anybody to play with. It could be golfers. It could be movie stars. It could be musicians. You're not looking to shoot the best round. You're just looking to have some fun. Who you picking?
My dad, who's been passed away now for about 15 years, has got to be in that group.
Great choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk that with my dad, and then I'm probably gonna walk it with Phil Mickelson for the left-handed connection and just the character that he is. Would love to have my wife carry my bag. That's not asking too much. And that last spot, this is a good question because that last spot's tough, man. Feel like there's a lot of good picks to go in that fourth spot. You know, I got the golfer, I got my dad. I think I would have to take probably my best childhood friend just to enjoy the experience of being out there. We don't get to see each other too much. And he would love the time with Phil Mickelson. He's a character. They would hit it off. So I'm going 99% sentimental here.
I love it. I'm sure your friend would really appreciate that as well to join. How about you? Want to answer that question, Mike? I like to hear both of your answers to this. Do you have anybody in mind?
Yeah. My dad doesn't play golf, so I have a group of really good friends that some of them are in the golf business, just kind of scattered all over the country. And we started going to Bandon, I don't know, 15 years ago, and have done that. And we try to play some golf once a year. Or we met up in Raleigh last year to go to some Pearl Jam shows and play some golf at Pinehurst. It's just, again, like Matt, it's guys that I only see once a year, maybe. But you can't wait to get back together with them. So
it's awesome, man. All right. Let's see. Let's go one more. This is one of my favorite questions, actually. It's actually kind of a funny one. I'm a fan of baseball. I don't know if you guys are a fan, watch baseball,
Huge
but
fan.
every baseball player has.
We talk about baseball all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm a diehard Mets fan. I don't want to admit that right now. It's just terrible. But it's every baseball player has a walk-up song. If you guys had a walk-up song for the first tee, what would it be? You guys could both give me that answer. It's a tough one.
I love it. This is great. This is great. Gosh.
Maybe a little Ozzy, okay. All aboard. I love Ozzy. That's a good one.
Gosh. Mike, why don't you answer that one first?
Yeah. Probably Althea from the Grateful Dead.
Okay. All right. Shout out
Bobby Weir.
Shout out. I was going to shout out Bobby Weir. Just passed on. They're all playing together in heaven now, man. Yeah. That's I'm a big fan as well. I didn't get to go see the original band, but I saw Dead and Company a couple times. So I did see Bobby get to play, but good call, man. I like that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to go with a little Willie, maybe a little Blue Eyes, like Crying in the Rain, just to know what was ahead of me for this golf match, But I like a nice country vibe. I really do. So
all right.
I'd be happy with about, and I'm not talking about just today country music. I need some maybe, pre 2010 country, anything before that.
All right. A little chill you out, get the vibe going.
Make
sure you put it out on the fairway.
That's right.
That's all we're looking for. Fairway finder, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I have hundreds of these questions I can come out with. This is my favorite part of the podcast, doing these Spitfire questions, but I'm not going to keep you guys all night. I really appreciate you coming on and telling me about the awesome Line Lion. Why don't you tell all the listeners where they could pick one of these babies up?
Yeah, I mean, we're at Line Lion Golf on Instagram, and there's a direct link there to our website. You can also pick them up on Amazon. But like I said, it's real simple. One click in your cart, you're done, and you're on your way to better putting. Like that's just the bottom line. I can't do anything else for your golf game, but this product will improve your putting. For sure.
Listen, again, I've used it already and I could vouch that for sure. And we all know putting we've said it before, is the most important part of the game. I mean, you're putting every hole. You always got that. You're putting at least 36 putts around. I mean, you want to hope less, but
yeah, you're
not using any other club that much. So
100%. Yeah. Anthony, thank you so much for having us on and, believing in our product and giving us a little love to come on your show.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming on so much. And thanks, Mike, for telling me the awesome Augusta story, man. That was really cool. That was a surprise.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's always a fun story to tell. So
Absolutely,
thanks for
guys.
having us.
All right, boys. Go check out Line Lion and get yourself putting straight, man. Stop pushing it and pulling it. Stop fooling around. Get your game on point, fellas. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, and we will catch you all next time.
Hot dreams fill the breeze, fairways calling down the tees, roll it smooth, the ball